Hello viewers and my students, welcome to this biology lesson. I'm your favorite teacher, the Watchman teacher Fabian. Today I want us to look at the menstrual cycle. This is an area that is covered in Form 3, the topic of reproduction. Now, menstrual cycle, it is just that discharge of blood and tissue debris that occurs periodically. That is why it is called a cycle. And for most ladies, the cycle goes for 28 days. The cycle begins now with discharge of blood and tissue debris from the uterus. And this is what is referred to as menses. So you hear them saying that they have menses. And prior to menses, there are signs which ladies experience. For example, nausea, we have abdominal pains and back pains. So this menstruation, where it takes for around 5 to 7 days, so we can say from day 1 to day 7, this is when menstruation takes place. Between these days, approximately 5 to 7 days. We are talking of days here. That is when now menstruation takes place. And then, immediately after menstruation, there is something that we call the arterial lobe of the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is located in the brain. Stimulates the production of what we call follicle stimulating hormone, and commonly in short it is called FSH. And this follicle stimulating hormone, it causes, so FSH causes development of graphene follicle in the ovary. When we talk about graphene follicle, it is a fluid-filled structure that is formed within the ovary. And this is where, within that fluid-filled structure, it is where now the ovum will develop from prior to ovulation. Again, FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone, it stimulates the ovary tissues to secrete a hormone called estrogen. So again, these are the functions of the follicle stimulating hormone. We have seen that the second one is stimulates the ovary tissues to secrete a hormone called estrogen. So what is the purpose now of this hormone that is called estrogen? So estrogen, what it does is that it initiates the repair and the healing of the endometrium and And when I talk about endometrium, it is the lining of the uterine wall. That is what is known as endometrium. So it initiates that repair and healing of the endometrium that was destroyed during menstruation. So we can write here, it initiates repair and healing of endometrium. We can leave at that point that was destroyed during menstruation. Then from there, 8 to about 11 days, 8 to 11 days, this is where now the endometrium, at this stage, the endometrium weakens in preparation for ovulation. So endometrium weakens in preparation for ovulation. Yes, then from there, if the estrogen accumulates, increases and accumulates to certain levels, then it stimulates the production of what you call luteinizing hormone, commonly known as LH. And now we are talking about a cycle of 28 days. And when this hormone is released, it now causes the maturation of graphene follicle, which in turn releases now the ovum into the ovidant. Because at the ovidant, it is where the fertilization takes place. So for luteinizing hormone, it causes maturation of graphene follicle, which in turn releases the ovum. So, which are the fertile days when a male gamete can fuse with a female gamete to form a zygote? It is now between 12 to 16 days. This is where fertilization can take place. We say that the luteinizing hormone is at peak on the 14th day. So on the 14th day, that is when now definitely you can conceive. So we say 14 plus or minus 2 days. 14 plus or minus 2 days. That's why you have seen I've written in between 12 to 16 days. This is where now when ovulation can take place within these days. So another function of the luteinizing hormone is that it stimulates change of graphene follicle into what we call corpus luteum. So we have stimulate change of graphene follicle to corpus luteum. I believe the spelling, I've gotten it right. Then there is another function of luteinizing hormone. Again, it stimulates corpus luteum to produce progesterone. Progesterone hormone. Progesterone hormone. So, because we have seen that between 12 to 16, or rather even to 17 days, that is when you can conceive, or the ovulation stage. Then from around 18 to 26 days, this, if at all fertilization has not taken place, then corpus luteum faints away. Faints away if fertilization has not taken place. Let us now come to progesterone hormone. So we have the progesterone and see what the progesterone does. So the first function of the progesterone hormone is that it stimulates the thickening of the endometrium. So we can talk of stimulates or helps in thickening of endometrium. I say it again, endometrium is the wall or the lining of the uterus. And then also it increases the branch supply. It also increases the branch supply, so that now, implantation can take place. When you talk about implantation, this is the attachment of the blastocyte in the walls of the endometrium by the villi. So, when it helps the thickening of the endometrium and increases the branch supply, this is just to prepare the uterine wall for implantation. So then from there, if fertilization fails, the corpus luteum disintegrates and no more progesterone is produced. Hence, the endometrium sloughs off and the menstruation occurs. And this now marks the beginning of another cycle. So, my viewers and my students, that marks the end of our today's lesson about menstrual cycle. If you have an area of concern, you can just comment, ask questions, send me a message telling me a topic that maybe you don't understand, so that I can teach, and I believe you are going to understand, because some of you are candidates and you are preparing for KCSE. This is the best channel that you can learn from. Until then, God bless you so much.